I'm Tyler.
I'm Shorty.
I'm Miles.
I'm Kara.
And we are The Inner Idiot.
The following podcast has strong language, violence, and other things you probably shouldn't let your children listen to. Please enjoy.
Fucking drive. Your foot's so big. You put it in and you barely touch it, and you're hitting the gas or brake. Something's always being mashed on.
Yeah, something's definitely always been mashed on. But while you're mashing something in your mouth, drop what you're doing, swallow what you're chewing. It ain't wet from sweat. And we ain't done yet, so lube up them ear holes, or we're going in dry, people. Welcome to Inner Idiot Podcast. I'm your host, the big, the bald, the beautiful, the brash, the bumbling, and the oftentimes bastardly MC Tyler Havlin. I talk slow, and I walk slower, except when I do these damn intros. I feel like I'm talking really fast when I do them.
You are talking really fast.
But that's about the only time in life I do anything fast, unless it's a quickie.
Or
as
eating.
we discussed. Yeah, I eat fast, man. But look, I was raised on survival, all right? You had to eat quick, or you didn't get no seconds. All right, and if it was a good-ass dinner...
You had seconds?
Right?
You had food?
Seconds was just fill your plate up the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Dude, it's fucking... Oh, God. All right, anyways, you hear his voice. He is the Lord that's never bored, the commander of the comic books. He's been pegging kitty and grabbing titty since we need to reset the date. He ain't got a shirt on, and that's for your viewing and listening pleasures, ladies. 2 claps and a Ric Flair for Lord Shorty Fresh in the flesh.
Woo!
And there it was.
Mm.
All right, next up.
For their listening pleasure?
Yeah, you know.
You can hear my erect nipples.
Dude, you can hear them fucking aggressive-ass nipples just scratching everything as you turn. My God.
You could put a record in, like,
Yeah.
That's how I listen to music. You didn't know that?
is that what you do?
I just sit there and spin the fucking record over my mouth.
He puts it on one nipple
I
and the
know.
other nipple's the needle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it, man.
Yeah, I just open my mouth and that's the volume.
He's a one-man DJ.
All right.
Dick jokes.
Raise your glasses and shake your asses, lady. He'll give you bad news even in church pews. I forgot the rest. He is the Baron of bourbon and beer. 2 claps and a Ric Flair for bad news, Dan. Woo! I just want to know how many dicks you had to... your great ancestors had to put in their hands to get the name Hancock.
Probably a lot.
Probably a lot.
Man. We were not a proud people, you know. And you had to...
Were? Don't you mean are?
You know, you got to do to survive.
That's right.
$20.
A gold shilling's a gold shilling.
Yeah. A farthing is a farthing, you know.
All right, well, today's top 5 is top 5 favorite articles of clothing. And because Dano wanted to cry about it, you're going to go last today.
I appreciate it. I'm hungover and I need inspiration.
All right.
Oh, wow, we're hat buddies.
You are hat buddies.
I saw your hat. I'm like, hey, I have one of those. And I leaned my head back and I felt it. I was like, oh, yeah.
It's right there.
There it is. There it be. All right, anyways, here we go. Top 5 favorite articles of clothing. Shorty, you're gonna launch it off for us today, brother.
Okay, so out of the ones I own, no particular. We can do a particular order. Number 5 is probably gonna be my pirate shirt. It is loose. It's breathable.
It's a blouse.
Basically, yeah. It's super comfortable. And if I have to wear a shirt, I would wear it 100% of the time. But
I'm rocking with you in a blouse.
Does it have ruffles?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
no, well, I have one of those shirts, but I don't wear that one nearly as
Real
often.
men wear ruffles.
That's
Yeah.
right. I eat ruffles.
Yeah,
They got ridges.
obviously.
Number 4 is probably gonna be a vest. Whether it be just me wearing a vest or with a suit or something like that.
Now, do you wear a vest shirtless? Are you that guy like Stone Cold Steve Austin?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
I've done that.
I've seen him wear, golly, hiccups and burps and stuff.
Mhm.
It's going to be a fun one today. I've seen him wear a vest shirtless.
If I don't feel like putting on an actual shirt or something like that, and I'm going down to the store or something like that, I see one of my vests laying out.
Sakurai Casey says Pride Weekend at the Rim Fair.
Having fun, Zach? Gay. Number 3, hat. My hat. I like my hat.
I like your hats.
I like all my hats.
Yeah.
See, that's what I got hung up on this because I was like, is a hat clothing or is that an accessory?
Yeah, you wear it, so it's clothing. Somebody wears it.
Well, I'm wearing a watch, but that's not clothing. It's an
Yeah,
accessory.
you know these things are open to interpretations at all times, my guy.
All right, just out
Right in the middle, just like any of my hats. I had, my top hat, my flat cap, my bowler.
You have a top hat?
I do. I have 2 different hats.
Of course
I have
you do.
2 different top hats.
Of course you do.
I have a really fancy like fedora, like reporter hat.
Yeah.
That's fucking super sweet.
I've seen this one.
Yeah, that's the Superman one I
Yep.
got. Let's see, number 2, probably a trench coat. I'm all like, as soon as it gets cold enough for it, I will wear my trench coat out.
Yeah, I'm with it.
And then number 1, to nobody's surprise, Jinkos. I gotta have my Jinkos.
Are they even in business anymore?
Yeah.
They're fucking expensive.
Dude,
as
I
shit.
do nothing but wear them.
Well, I didn't know if you were just had some still from like the '90s or something. And
No.
Speaking of the 90s, like I really want to throw an 80s, 90s party. I was listening to New Edition last night, and it was just getting me in my feels about like when I was younger. So 80s, 90s party at a roller skating rink.
is Jimmy's still open?
Jimmy's is still open. Independent skating rink is still open. Fun Dome closed down. I had no
Yeah.
clue.
That was weird.
Because it was not fun, and I didn't really think it was a dome.
It wasn't really a dome, was it? I don't skate, but I like to hang out.
Yeah.
I like to listen to good music or old music. I can't really call it good. But anyways, nice list. I love you.
Love you,
All right, we ready for my list? If I can hold it in my hand right.
I suppose.
All right, number 5 on my list is on the first day God created light. And he only created light so we could see women in sundresses. Number 5 on my list is motherfucking sundresses. Look, I'm telling
I didn't
you.
even think
there-
about clothing for
There
women.
is something about seeing the booty jiggle in a sundress, and like it's easy access. It's sundresses.
Especially if they're wearing a thong.
This is just why they gotta be wearing anything under it.
Well,
Chef
this
kisses.
is true.
Chef kisses. Number 4 on my list is leggings, not for women, but for dudes. All right, I fucking love leggings. I will wear them bitches all winter long just so I can keep wearing shorts. Look, if it was acceptable, I would walk around in leggings at all times. Have you ever wore leggings, Dan? I see you cringing a little bit over there.
It's pirate, not pride.
Yeah. No, I've not wore leggings. I own some running leggings, but
But you never wore them?
that's not true. I have, but there's usually shorts on top of it. I'm usually biking.
Yeah, but you have them on. They're so comfortable.
I find them to be restrictive.
Really, I fucking love them.
I don't like nut huggers.
Really? I don't know. I don't like nut hugging jeans, but give me some goddamn leggings, and I am a kid in a candy store.
I have thermals, like leggings, that I wear for when I go snowboarding and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I got the onesie thing with like the little poop chute in the back or whatever you call that thing.
Hell yeah.
The dumper flap.
Yeah, I got
dumper
some
flap.
of those. I used to wear them at Mobile all the time.
Number 3 on my list is sexy lingerie. Not for me, obviously.
We don't judge here, dude. You
But-
do you.
Look, seeing a beautiful woman naked is great. It's great. But there is something about when just there's a little bit covered up. It's just, it's even better almost
It's
at times.
tantalizing.
It is, and it's so fucking marvelous. They say less is more. Sometimes more is more. Like maybe all the time I don't want you to be all bucky naked and stuff. Like put a little lingerie on. Oh God, I'm getting excited. Fucking a gold shilling's a gold shilling. Number 2 is December 26th underwear. Okay, the day after Christmas, because we ain't got time to buy underwear all the goddamn time, right? Don't be the anomaly here, Dan.
Sorry, dude. I buy new underwear like every 2 weeks.
Do you really? That's
Yeah.
all. You got a lot of fucking underwear.
I do. I only do my laundry like once a month, and I even though I have a washer and a dryer, I found it's just a huge time saver if I just do it once a month at the laundromat. I get up super early, and I take 4 washers and 4 dryers, and it's all done in about an hour and a half.
See, I don't even think about it. Like, it's just Friday when I get off of work, I go down and I throw my laundry in. I take my shower, whatever I got to do. Then I usually eat something.
yeah.
Go down, throw the load in the dryer. Like, I only have 1 load of laundry. And then Saturday, I usually do a load for my bedding and stuff.
So what I'm hearing is you've never had spaghetti strainer underwear.
No.
Really?
No, I typically am. If I buy 4 pair of underwear, next time I do laundry, 4 pair leave, 4 pair are thrown away.
Really?
Yeah,
Man.
I like my underwear to be. I don't like them to be stretched out or
You
anything.
bougie motherfucker.
Well, it's not like I spend a lot of money, dude. I go to like Nordstrom Rack or like the outlet mall to get them. 4 pairs, like $10-15.
Look, when both nuts come out of one hole in my underwear, then I know it's time to change them.
Right.
To get new ones. All right. However,
Who's nuts though? Whose nuts are coming
My
out?
nuts.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to
these nuts.
just wanted to clarify if it
Did
wasn't.
you finish your list?
No, I still got one
we
more.
got
I didn't,
sidetracked.
no, I didn't. I wasn't counting. Go ahead.
We're boring Shorty. That's
No,
all.
no. Like, I just zoned out for a second.
Shorty
My bad.
needs constant entertainment and
Wait.
stimulation.
When we started this show, though, I want to say it was like the first. I'd have to go back and listen, but the first 30 or so episodes, I wore a brand new pair of underwear every episode, and that was my goal. It was like the first 30.
Yeah.
Do you remember? You don't remember this? Dude, I swear.
I remember you talking about needing new underwear, but I don't remember. Oh no, yeah, okay, never mind. I recall this now.
Because it would be at the beginning of every episode, I would announce if I had brand new underwear on or not.
I would always, when I worked at Mobile, I always brought an extra pair of underwear with me, and I would change mid shift because it would get so hot in there.
You are bougie.
Depending
as
on what you
fuck.
were doing.
I
Dude,
did
I
that
did-
with my socks.
I did that with socks too. I didn't want to chafe, man. You get home. I mean, that's how fungus
See,
is.
I've never had much of a problem with chafing. But my feet sweat a lot, just
Gotcha.
regardless.
Yeah.
So, like, I always kept, like, I would keep, like, a fucking plastic bag and keep it in my trunk.
Yeah.
And then I would have extra clean socks in there as well. And on break, like, halfway through the shift, I'd go out, change my socks, the dirty ones in there, knot it up real good so it didn't smell my trunk up.
Yeah.
And then usually after work, I'd go throw it in the laundry room or whatever.
You guys are really determined to show me how bad I suck at this adulting thing right now.
Well, if you're not working, if you're not sweating or anything, not a big deal. Like, during the winter, I don't do that. But during the summer, because my feet sweat so profusely, like,
Well,
no.
speaking of socks, number 1 on my list is socks. Look, they're so versatile. You got sex socks, footy
fucking
socks.
dumb.
Look, you can't Spider-Man. You can't do the Spider-Man if you ain't wearing sex socks.
You're not doing the
Okay?
Spider-Man anyway, you
Motherfucker.
fat bastard.
Watch this big man move.
No.
Ooh.
Because then I got to see you naked. I'm not here for it.
I'm telling you what.
I like my vision. I have to be able to read my comic books. If I see you naked, I'll probably never be able to do that again.
That would ruin
Trent.
your mind's eye. Every time you shut it, you'd see Tyler.
He sees me when he shuts his eyes anyways. He knows he loves this. You got trampoline
My
socks.
life is a nightmare. Trampoline socks?
Yeah, you ain't never been to like Defy or like Fun Zone or some shit. They give you trampoline socks.
No. But
Alright?
I want to go.
And then I will take you. Okay.
Trampolines used to just be called lanes until your mom got on one.
Yeah. That is a fun fact. I think I've heard that one before though. Just not about my mom.
Sorry, man. She gets around.
It's all right. That's what happens when you turn to ash. It's hard to keep in one spot. Okay? All right. Anyways. Look, you done made me forget what all kinds of socks they are. When you go to the fucking hospital, those socks they give you
The
are
footies?
fucking magnificent.
With like the little tread on
yes,
them.
and they're so comfortable.
And they only cost you like $500 on your fucking hospital bill.
All right. Anyway, that was my list.
All right.
Are you prepared now, Danny?
I kind of, dude, I'm
Kara often doesn't have 5, so you don't need to come.
I'll have 5. I've got a headache, dude. I drank way too much.
Shit.
So let's see. We'll go with number 5. I mean, since it's not an accessory, hat. I love my hats, dude. If let's like I love hats. Like apparently when I had cancer, and I don't remember this, and when I woke up and everybody was around me, instead of saying I love my wife or whatever, I asked for my hat.
That's fucking
I
great.
had my favorite hat, and I asked for it, and everybody freaked out because I apparently didn't pack it. Hats, man, they go with everything. I like a good ball. I like a good beat up ball cap. You know.
Yeah, they're very comfortable.
But I do have my fancy hats. I have a bowler. You know, I have a lot of flat caps.
Once you go bald, hats are they're not nearly as comfortable though.
Right. Yeah, I could see that. Now, I used to shave my head, and when I shaved my head, I really didn't wear a hat. Number 4, I like suspenders, man. Suspenders and Henleys. It's that time of year I can pull it off, and I do it. I own it. Comfortable, and people are like, "Oh my God, you look so good." I'm like, I look like a 1920s hobo.
You look awfully dapper, man.
It's just suspenders, bro, and a Henley.
I don't know if you're gonna.
I'm sitting here thinking the whole time. I'm like, yeah, I don't see like, I don't understand the correlation between like being fancy or anything like that. Like, oh wow, you really done yourself up. Like, bro, you're just wearing suspenders.
I don't know if you're gonna challenge me to a drink off or stab me. I mean, it's
you
awesome.
never know, man. I'm Bad Dan. You know, I could give you a hug, or I could give you a knife hug.
Yeah. I'd prefer a throat hug, but I mean, hey,
you got it, bud. Hey, man,
beggars can't be choosers.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Either way, you're gonna get penetrated with something.
Either way, it's going to be awkward when you're done.
I want to do the penetrating, okay? Shit, I need a throat hug. I don't want to give a goddamn throat hug.
My bad. Sorry.
I mean, unless the money's right.
I like my shimma.
What's a shimmer?
What?
Shimma?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm not bougie like you.
It's really not bougie. It's just a scarf from the Middle East. It's one of those big ones that you can turn into a turban.
Okay, yeah,
or whatever.
Those are nice.
I used to wear that at Mobile all the time, and sometimes if I was over there in the ovens and stuff, before COVID, I would throw it up over my face so I wouldn't be breathing in the fumes coming out of what was that oven we used to put the stabilizer bars in? They'd go in one side, out the other.
Combi.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, see, no, I had the big oven back at the paint lines.
I know. Those suck, dude. That was 3. You know what? I'm gonna go. My number two would be. There's I'm trying to think of the name of it. For girls. We'll get back to that. I like the fact that we're in that real awkward time where you can get away with wearing shorts and a hoodie, which leads me to believe hoodies. I love hoodies. They're comfortable. They're awesome. But I don't know what it is. Whenever I have a favorite hoodie, for some reason I get a girlfriend and they steal it.
Exactly.
And then they leave. And then I'm out a girlfriend, which I don't give a shit about. I want my fucking hoodie back.
It is hide your hoodie season.
Like literally, if you have a great hoodie, and hoodies are really versatile because if you're watching TV or something, you can spin that sumbitch around, and you've got that right there, and you just put your chips right in it. And
modern motherfucking solutions.
And you can just be like, gum. I have done that with popcorn and shit like that. It's just convenient.
This is a fucking game changer.
It's just convenient. And
I don't wear hoodies.
And my number one would be kilts. I own 6 of them. I was gonna wear one today, but I had a lot of errands to do afterwards. I really think that somewhere we got it wrong. Women should have just been in pants, and men should have wore dresses because we got that shit that comes out, our crotches and whatnot. And once you wear a kilt, dude, it's so comfortable. And like, you know what? If you're not wearing underwear in there and it's a nice breeze, it just feels good on your balls, dude. And everybody likes their balls feeling good.
This is true, and I will have to agree with you for the most part, but I got to go back to sundresses. If you take sundresses out of this goddamn world...
If you want to wear a sundress, dude...
I don't want to wear a sundress.
I mean, on you, it might be a muumuu.
That was nice. That was very good. Okay? But anyways...
I'm kind of mean today.
You have completely wrecked my train of thought, because now all I can do is think about wearing a goddamn muumuu.
If you take sundresses off this planet... the planet is not worth living.
Yeah, I apologize, dude. I'm being very venomous today.
It's okay. It's all right. That's what we're here for.
Is it though?
Yeah.
I feel like we should share.
You have to be that venomous when you're that ugly.
I get it.
Or you're never gonna get laid again.
I know. I mean, you know what though?
Is that my problem?
Probably.
Dude, don't worry about it.
Be meaner.
Beauty's a light switch away. You just click that light off.
I've argued that.
Yeah, but then at some point you gotta turn the light switch back on.
No, you don't. It's America. You don't have
I'm trying to save some power.
The sun's gonna rise in a mile, all right?
In a mile?
But yeah, kilts. I've got the whole swag going. I got the knife, the socks, the shoes. I got everything that goes with it. The sporin. It's fun to wear. It takes you about a fucking hour to put it all on if you do it right. I used to wear that shit all the time. Like, literally, like when we go to the Renaissance Festival and we're going on the 23rd, you said, or whatever. I guarantee you
22nd.
I guarantee you I come back with another kilt. Every time I go, I
for it.
leave with a kilt. Every time. I mean, the owners up there at the Roguish Highlander, they like, if they don't see me during the season, they have my number. They'll call me like, is everything okay? Are you coming to buy a kilt? And I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way, Bruce.
Tell the guys at the comic book shop bar if I don't show up there Wednesdays.
Yeah.
They like freak the fuck out. It's 5 o'clock. We haven't seen Shorty. Call the hospitals.
Trying to think though. Now you got me thinking. What's that article of women's clothing that is just a godsend? Oh yeah, the string thong. Because eventually some girl, they got to itch that shit. I mean, and they got to take that little finger and go up there, and it's just like a little trick or treat for everybody. Trick or treat.
You don't know. Look, you can't see nothing there, but you know that goddamn.
You know it's yeah. Trick or treat. Trick or treat. Give me something good to eat.
What is this look I'm getting? Right
Nothing.
Shorty is disgusted with us right now.
Yeah.
Vile human being.
Vile.
Scotty. Wow. Shorty Scotty. Shorty's on the Lord.
That was never part of my name.
Never. Well, that's our top 5.
Maybe
people.
Shardy.
Shardy.
Lord
I've done that
Shardy.
before.
Hey, Shardy. Get it, Shardy. Get it. Sorry, go ahead. Hit the button.
Wait, well, real quick. Just
Okay.
hit me. If you had a rap name, what would your rap name be? Because I was thinking about that. Would you just be MC Shorty?
Lord Shorty.
You think so?
Yeah, you have to.
What would yours be?
MCT Haviland.
MC Tyler Havlin.
Okay.
I say T Havel.
Nothing fancy.
Ooh, that's a good one. T Havel. I love it.
T Havel?
Yeah, T Havel.
Okay.
Because I'd be like Mixmaster Decock.
Okay. I'm gonna come up with a new rap name just for you, Dana.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
All right.
I'd be out there balling on a budget.
Balling on a budget. They can't hear me whispering. That's okay. Hit the button. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about online dating for segment 2.
Online dating, and that's going to be awkward because I've told a couple of people that I've been speaking to online that I'm on a podcast, and if they just,
They're going to hear you talking shit about it.
Yeah, this will be awkward.
Hey, Ty, if you wanted to make a podcast, how would you do it?
Spotify Podcasters app, of course, or hell, even the website.
Do they have any way you can edit audio and help with organizing your episodes?
All that and more. You can reach out to listeners and have feedback with their Q&A feature, and it distributes it to all other major places you listen to podcasts.
I just looked, and they got a video podcast set up and editing tools here, too.
So all you got to do is sign up at SpotifyForPodcasters.com or get the app, and you're done.
Damn, it's just that easy.
And we are back, you glorious, glorious nuctards. I know you missed us for that 5-second segue, and if there was an ad in there, I'm sure you did miss us.
What's our ads?
Just
Ads?
one for Anchor.
Yeah.
This is one for Anchor.
Yep. For now,
Not Uncle Leaky's used condoms.
I wouldn't buy from that.
Just the name alone sells me. Uncle Licky's used condoms.
I mean,
I'm here for it.
I heard leakies.
Like condoms, like gambling. On the fence about kids, use a leaky.
All right, so today we're gonna talk about online dating. All of us in the room have had a little soiree with it here recently,
Yes,
right?
I am currently on it. Yeah.
I decided test the waters and just see what the fuck's out there and shit. And let me tell you what, it's a strange world. So like,
It's the Wild West.
it's something. It's the wild goddamn something. Let's go around. Let's talk about like what we don't like to see on a profile, what makes us like a profile, some of the weird shit that's been said to us. We good with this?
I mean, yeah, sure. I don't, dude, like, the chances of me actually having a conversation with any of the women that I fucking, like, end up matching with is very slim. Do you need something to drink, bro?
Nah, dude, it's allergy season.
Gotcha. But yeah, I have a difficulty, like, coming up with conversation and shit like that. Once a conversation gets going, I'm fine. But like icebreakers and shit like that, dude, I struggle. I get in my own head, anxiety hits me. And like it happens in real life too. Like I have such a struggle talking to women in general.
But men, no.
No, I'm fucking if I'm trying to shoot my shot with a girl,
Yeah.
dude, I'm tripping over myself.
If he's saying hey for the sake of saying hey, it's fine. But if he's saying hey with the intention of putting his pee-pee in their mouth, then it's a completely different story.
You know what I use? And honestly, dude, it's use it. It's super easy. Good morning. My name is Shorty. I would like to chat with you sometime when you have more time to chat if you're interested. And that's it. That's it. That is the icebreaker.
That works for old people.
That works in general. People respect politeness.
So you're reaching out to anybody, to most of them with the same thing, right? That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I mean but it's polite. Good morning, not hey, it's a beautiful day. I hope you get a chance to enjoy it, and I would like to chat with you sometime.
Here's my thing. Is I'm not the most polite person in the world, so I don't want somebody to like automatically think, "Oh, this guy's polite." No, I'm a decent human being. Polite is not a word I would use to describe myself, though.
I'm polite.
And when I reach out to somebody, like I have to do a little bit of research first because I can't say the same shit to different people. Like I feel grody when I do that. So it's like I'll read their profile. If they ain't got a profile, like for one, like if you can't write a little something about yourself, like I ain't wasting my goddamn time.
Now, see, if you want to get on that, like the things I hate seeing on a profile, that's fucking.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. Don't worry. But like, and then if you reach out to me and all you say is "Hey," like I'm probably not gonna respond. Like, have a little creativity because look, I'm telling you what, my goddamn back hurts from carrying these conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
dude, it is a struggle. Like, you get 4 messages. If you can't fucking intrigue me in 4 messages, I don't care what the fuck you look like. I don't care what kind of money you make. I don't give a shit about none of it. If you can't intrigue me in 4 messages, done, cut off. And that's even if I'm the one that initiates it.
I guess I have a lot of patience. I don't mind that.
I
can't like my biggest issue with it is I don't like texting. Like I'm not big on texting.
I'm not either. Yeah.
Like I would much rather dude, I'd rather give up my phone number. Hey, call me sometime. And that would be the end of it. And I will talk on the phone for hours on end.
I usually do that if we make it past the 3rd day. I'm like, hey, do you feel comfortable having my cell phone number? Because I'm done with this. Because you can't. You miss some kind of human element. You can't tell. Yeah, they sound funny. They read funny, but how do they sound? Or whatever. You get a lot of a human. You can judge somebody about
that. You can't without using like LOL or JK or any of that other dumb shit. You can't tell if somebody's kidding with you or not.
Exactly.
And so I've had to incorporate that into my vernacular when online dating and stuff like that. I used to never do it. Like me saying LOL was never a thing. JK, none of that shit. I hated using it. But now, I've come to understand that, I have to if these women want to, oh, he's being sarcastic or being playful or whatever, because if you eliminate that from conversation, you sound cold, fucking aggressive or whatever, and it's, all right.
Yeah. I will say there's sometimes though I'll get on there, and it's I shouldn't do it. It's horrible. But if I've had a bad day or whatnot, there's nothing I enjoy more than just fucking ending an online relationship. I just we're done. They'll say something. I'm like, you know what? I'm not feeling it. Have a great time. Boom, done. And I don't know what it is, but I feel good.
You feel like you're in power. You have asserted your dominance at that point.
Yeah, I'm just done.
All right, I like it. So my next question is how long will you talk to somebody before it hits that timeout? So for me, you get a week. I'll speak to you for a week, and if we don't meet within that week, I'm done.
2 weeks is me. 3 days. Within 3 days, I would like for us to have exchanged numbers, and I get it. Not everybody's schedule meshes, so I feel like 2 weeks. If you can't set a date up in 2 weeks, then you're not going to set one up at all.
Right.
So I think a week is a bit rushed, especially with our kind of work schedules. So I usually shoot for the 2 week minimum because that's going to throw a Saturday, Sunday in there. And you never know, because I've met people and they're like, I would love to meet you. And they're like, yeah, I'd like to meet you too, but this week's really busy. And they explained why they had shit going on. And I don't expect them to drop all their plans for somebody they just met.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's always that.
Which leads me to my next point, dude. I went on 4 weeks ago or whatever. I went on 4 first dates. Nothing came of them, and I was out $400.
Oh, that's rough.
It is rough, because I feel like if you instigate the date, you pay for the date.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wholeheartedly.
You know, unless there was some kind of okay, I did. There was one girl who was adamant that she was going to pay her part, and I respected that. But when I went to the bathroom, I told the waiter, "Do not take her card. Just go ahead and here's my card. Pay for everything." So, and she actually got offended.
She doesn't need a man to take
That's why
care
you
of
didn't
her.
get a second date, homie.
No, I didn't initiate a second date. She wanted to, but I just there was too many red flags.
Sure.
All right. So,
I don't. To me, there is no time frame. Like, mainly because, and like, I've had a very shitty experience with online dating. Very, very shitty.
Were you catfished?
No, I've never catfished. I've been stood up or fucking just, fucking ghosted or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, multiple times. Like, every time something seems like it's going well or going somewhere, it just...
Ghosting's the worst.
so let me ask you that, because here comes up one of my next points is, are you up front at the beginning, and with you two in this room, I'm sure you are, but are you up front at the beginning with what you're looking for? Because when I tell somebody what I'm looking for, it's like, look, I don't want anything serious.
Sure.
I don't want to sleep with you, but I don't want anything serious. Like, I basically want to be friends with you. You know what I mean? If something happens down the road, that's great. Here's what really drives me nuts is when somebody can't respect that boundary.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, a few weeks, it was a while ago. I went and I hung out with this one girl, and she wanted something like right off the bat, and I was like, no, I can't do it. No, like that's it. Like, I'm really good at like cutting people off. No, that's it. Like, you're cool. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with me. We just don't want the same thing. So, are you guys really upfront with people when you tell them what you want?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
I tell them, right, because when they say, what are you looking for? I said, you know what? I hate to label things.
Yep.
Because I said, once I label something, then that becomes a goal. And I'm like, I don't want to set myself up for disappointment. Because what if I'm looking for a relationship and I label this a relationship, but all of a sudden we just end up becoming friends or whatever? I said, we're on a river and we've lost our oars and we're just going to let it take us where we go.
Sure.
Yep.
And if you're cool with that, that's awesome. And if not, then this is where we part ways. I had a great time. Then, please have a dessert, but I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, my biggest thing is I make sure I tell them, like, this is something that's not going to be casual for me.
Right.
Like, if we want to be friends, I'm here for it. If we want to take it seriously, I'm here for it. And I let him know, like, I'm looking for something serious.
You can't put it in that middle ground though. And that's your prerogative. I'm not downing it. I'm just asking.
No, making it casual leaves it up for fucking, I don't know, I guess, like, unintentional heartbreak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, if I talk to a girl for about a week and a half or so, 2 weeks, and I decide that she's not a girl that I would date or a girl that I am interested in, like, but I could be friends with her, I'm going to let her know that. You know what I mean?
Of course. That's the right thing to do.
That would, that's marked as, like, I guess the fucking friend zone or whatever. You know what I mean? But if I implement, like, the idea, like, hey, if you want to be casual, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, fuck buddies or whatever you want to call it. Like, if she was looking for something serious and you throw it in that casual ring, you're playing with emotions then.
But see, to me, that's when you have to be upfront about stuff. Because I don't like to go in, and this is my past relationships, everything. I don't like to go into things and setting the expectation is this is going to be a long term. That's what I want. I don't like doing that because to me, I don't want to put the pressure on it. Like, I want things to progress as they would if I met this person out and we're talking and then we're like, oh, we like each other. Like, this is cool. Like, and then you have that conversation where it's like, all right, well, what do you want our next steps to be? I'm more about starting it out casual, and then if feelings get involved, then you talk about what are our next steps. Like, are we on the same page?
Right. What I don't like about online dating is you find somebody, you're clicking and everything, and then it always comes up. Are you still talking not to anybody else on the dating website or anything like that? It always comes up. And I always try to tell them, hey, I'm like, you do what you want to do, but as I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to anybody else. I mean, I'm still on the website or whatever because, I may have paid for the month or whatever. But I'm like, but I guarantee you if I'm talking and we are actually setting out on a physical date until you give me reason not to. I'm not on the dating website talking to anybody else. I even tell people, hey, if I'm talking to multiple people, hey, I've met somebody. I'm going to go on a date and see what's going on with them. I try to be honest. One lady lit me up about that. I'm like, I'm just trying to be honest and upfront with you.
And again, that's where somebody's not respecting your boundaries, especially when you were being honest.
Yeah.
Right.
A big red flag is the women's profile. I mean, like, I'm laid back and I'm go with the flow. You must be a non-smoker, white, taller than me, a good job, great smile. And they give this list of demands. And I'm like, that is not easy, and that is not go with the flow.
Right.
You know? And I'm looking for something casual. Well, I sent a woman a message. I'm like, well, what does something casual mean to you? Because it means something to everybody else. And she goes, her response was, I don't know until I know. And I said, I respect that. Have a good one. I'm not interested.
Sure.
Because what does that? That is so vague. Looking for something casual.
See, to me, casual would mean like friends with benefits or something of the sort. You know what I mean?
See, to me, that's not. And again, that's where it should be a conversation. Because to me, casual is like, hey, let's talk, let's be friends, let's get to know each other, and let's see if there is something there. Because to me, I can't be with somebody if I don't feel like I'm not friends with them.
Right.
If I ever settle down again, and dating doesn't bother me, it does not. I'm good at dating. Like I excel at it. It's fat boy season all year round. Okay, but it doesn't bother me to be single and to date. But if I'm gonna be with somebody, like we've got to be friends. Like
yeah, absolutely. You're not gonna have a successful relationship if you're not friends.
Right.
I'm horrible at dating.
Really, I like to think I'm pretty good at it.
I'm horrible at it because I need my me time. Like sometimes I'll go weeks at a time and be like, look, there's nothing you've done. And like, I just need to retreat back in. Yeah. And they'll be like, there's something I did, and they'll blow me up with text. And I'm like, look, I'm sorry. I'm interested in you, but at the end of the day, if I want to go home, I want to go home. I don't want to go out. I want to go home.
Sure.
And, oh, well, I'll come over. No, you won't. I want to go home. I didn't say I want us to go home. I want to go home. And they don't get that. I'm a horrible dater. I'm selfish.
Now, see, for me, I try to treat people like I would want my daughters treated. And that's why I do online dating, because I don't like to approach women in public. I'm a bigger guy. I can be intimidating. So I don't want somebody to feel uncomfortable when I approach them. So I just don't.
I do.
I can't do it, man. Like, I'm sorry. We don't know the struggles that a woman goes through. I know y'all probably want to throw something at me right now. But we don't. We, as men, we don't know the struggles that they go through. So for me, the safest place for a woman to first meet somebody is online.
Sure.
And that's what I want. It's like, no matter what the situation is, I want the person I'm talking to feel safe, to feel comfortable, to feel like they're in control of what they need to be and what they should be in control of. So that's my thing.
I do have a funny. This was a funny online. Was not online. I do have a funny dating story, and it's where I kind of interjected myself into somebody else's first date. They actually got married. They got married. So I used to go to the pub up at the Rookwood Commons all the time. I mean, there's still a picture of me on the wall. And I was up there. I was working at Mubia. Yeah. And I came in there in my work clothes, and they knew as soon as I walked in to pour me a Guinness and get my Reuben ready. And I'm sitting at the corner bar, at the corner on the other side. There's a guy and a girl. You could obviously tell it was a first date. And he was failing.
Just bombing,
Just bombing, right? So, and I got about 3 beers in me, and she gets up, goes to the bathroom. And I'm like, dude, she's on the phone right now looking for a way to get out of this date. He's like, I know. He goes, I don't know what to do or say. And he's like, I'm nervous. And she was drop dead gorgeous. This dude was punching way above his belt, his weight. And I sat there and I thought about it. I'm like, look, when she comes back out, you got about 5 minutes and she's going to bail on you. But I said, if you buy her a glass of wine, you got 10 minutes because she's not going to just leave right away because she's been polite. So I said, you order her a glass of wine. And they said, go to the bathroom. And I said, I got this. He's like, fuck it, whatever. So he orders her another glass of wine. He goes back and sits down. And I'm like, look.
All right, you're going to have to speak up just a little.
Right. I'm like, your boy just broke down. He's like, he's really nervous around you because he's like, you are very beautiful and engaging. And he's like, he doesn't know how to handle that. And she was like, really? He said that?
Oh.
And he did not. That was all me.
Sure.
That was all me saying that. And I'm like, yeah, he's in the bathroom right now gathering his thoughts. I'm like, get through this glass of wine with him before you bounce. Mm-hmm. And she's like, that is so sweet. So fast forward 3 years ago, they got married, and they had their wedding pictures at the pub where they met.
Nice.
And there was a post, and it referenced me. They didn't know my name because I just disappeared at that point and when they were done. And they're like, we would like to thank the person that got us together.
That's fucking great. I'm here for it.
So I felt like a drunken Cupid. Here's a fun fact, though. When I date somebody and I dick them over, the next person they meet, they marry.
So you're a good luck Chuck.
What's that?
They talk to you, and then they meet their soulmate.
Wouldn't that just be Good Luck Dan? I don't get it.
I don't know.
There's a movie called Good Luck Chuck, and every woman that he sleeps with, their next relationship, they get married.
Oh, well, see, this is not even me sleeping with people.
Well, yeah, same premise,
Just
though.
a reference. We're going too deep into it.
All right.
All right. Let's move it along. All right, so
I am trying, though.
quick hit. What is something that they will write on their profile or a certain type of picture that will automatically get a no from you? Dano.
Must love the beach.
That's it? That's
So-
your only one?
And motorcycles. Love beaches, motorcycles, 420 friendly. Okay, cool. I hate all of those
Okay.
with a passion. We've already had the beach episode.
Yeah. Fuck the beach.
When I lost 3 friends to motorcycles, I have no desire to be on one or watch you fuck up your life on one. And then as for pot, you do you. It's not for me.
All right. Shorty, what's going to turn you away instantaneously?
I'm with you on the 420 friendly. Can't stand that shit. Like, if you want to smoke, that's fine. But if that's your entire personality, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm a dog or cat mother.
That's it? That's your standards?
Well, I mean, there's probably more, but like
Those
those
are
two,
the ones that
those
jump
two
out at you.
specifically, I'm like, God damn it, like fuck right off. And like Dan said earlier, fucking, when they have a list of goddamn standards, like, oh, you have to be 6 foot, non-smoker, whatever, this, that, and the other, blah 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 blah. Like, all right, cool.
I feel like
where's your counter offer?
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna list out what you want, you have to list out what you're willing to pay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's fucking dumb to me.
All right. Well, I'm on the other side of that. All right. For one, 420 friendly. If somebody posts that they're 420 friendly, I'm okay with it because to me they're like, hey, if you smoke pot, you're okay. You're welcome. But if that is your personality, that you are just a fucking pot smoker, then it's a no.
That's almost exactly what I mean. Like if their profile says 420 friendly, and then there's a picture of them with a fucking joint or something in their mouth,
Yeah.
you're out on me. Like I'm not. No. Like, how old are you? Get the fuck out of here.
If you have a list of standards, I love that. Put your standards out there. See, that's where I'm like, yeah, cool. Because if they have a list of standards and I meet those standards and I think that person's interesting, cool. But if they have a list of standards, even if I think that person's interesting and I don't meet the fucking criteria, then I know not to waste my time because
Right.
I don't want to change nobody.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want somebody to change for me.
But see, I feel like there is a hard line where it becomes a list of standards versus like just fucking being unrealistic or something like that.
If they're unrealistic, then that's your first sign anyways to stay away from it. So that's,
I mean,
that's,
you
a,
know,
that's
like-
a plus, right?
And sure, maybe, but I don't think there needs to be as many standards. Like, I mean, yes, it's okay. Please have your standards. You need standards, like, for everybody has them. But like, when you have fucking 10,
I mean, I have standards. You know what I mean? Now, I probably got more than 10. But if somebody's like, hey, I want a tall, buff dude, I know. I don't care what they look like or how interesting they sound. I'm not going to waste my time on that.
Yeah.
and
You
see,
know what I
maybe
mean? It's a time saver.
maybe
for
I'm
me.
talking from a place of hurt. You know what I'm saying?
that's
Because like I get a
understandable.
lot of shit for being fucking under 6 foot. And all right, cool,
And
whatever.
You, know what? That's
You got a
everybody for
6-foot heart, buddy.
Dude,
Yeah,
he got
thanks.
a 7-foot heart.
But in all seriousness, though, man, like I get shot down a lot or whatever, and I'm like, all right, cool, whatever.
But-
Like, I don't take no harm for it. But then a lot of times, dude, and this is something I don't hear anything about, is some women get fucking mean about it.
They do. So wouldn't you rather them have it in their profile than them end up getting...
Well, I don't even try. Like, and then there's some women who don't have that listed in their profile.
Yeah.
and they're like, they have a, interesting profile, like what they like to do and blah, 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 blah. You fucking match with them or whatever. Then they find out you're under 6 foot and they're like, oh, well, I don't fucking date short men. Like, bitch, you are 5'2". Like, everybody's tall to you.
Right. Well, what kills me about that, though, is they're like, I'm open-minded, must not be a racist and all this, but all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, you're not tall enough. Really? Well, isn't that fucking profiling also?
Sure.
That is, you are not as open as you said you were.
And see, like, I don't care, like, I'm here for, like, if you have a solid type or whatever, and I know a lot of women who just want a guy taller than them.
Yeah.
And if you're 5'8", and you want to date a dude taller than you, go for it, honey. Like, I'm not gonna shame on you. You know what I mean? But like, right. When you're fucking 5'2", 5'1", or something like that, and you're like, he's got to be 6 foot plus. Don't even talk to me. You're not a king. I'm like, you're a fucking slut.
Oh, here, you got me on one of my red flags here. All right, so here's my red flags, and I'll start off because you just said it.
King.
Yeah.
God, I fucking hate that shit.
You want your king? So basically, you want me to fornicate with whoever the fuck I want, and then behead you when you piss me off. All right, so that's my first red flag. If you say I'm looking for my king, no. Automatic, no. Like, I hardly ever fucking budge on that. It's a no.
Right.
All right? Picture with pot. I don't care if motherfucker smokes. I am 420 friendly. Okay? I don't smoke, but I'm 420 friendly. But if you got pictures of you just blazing up, no. You got pictures of you flicking off the camera, no.
That's tacky.
That is another one I don't like.
If you don't have something at least, a picture at least slightly humorous that I can't see that you don't take life too goddamn seriously, no. All right? Pink flag, if you have to tell me in your profile that your kids come first, I'm going to think one of two things. One, you don't need to say that. 3 things. 2, you've obviously put somebody else before your kids first, so now you got to fucking, like, jump on to let me fix this shit. Or 3, you really just don't put your kids first. Right? If you put your kids first, you don't have to say that you put your kids first. That don't say like, oh, I'm a mom of 2, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, that's cool. Like, I want to know how many kids you have, because if you have more than 3 kids, it's a no for me.
Yeah.
And that's not because I'm being a dick. That's because I'm being fucking honest. That's too many for me. I have 2 kids of my own. I can't handle 4 fucking kids if something were to get serious. Like, chances are I'm probably not going to like you motherfucking crotch gremlins. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. I did 2 more red flags.
Okay.
Pictures of women exercising, and that's their entire profile. But I'm going to tell you right now, this guy don't exercise. You go do you. But I don't. Exercise for the sake of exercise is boring. I don't like it, and most women that I've dated that have been all about the fitness lifestyle, they want you to join them in that. That's great. You go do that. I'm going to sit at the smoothie bar. And another one. Profiles where the woman is with all her friends, and that's all her pictures. Okay, well, which one are you talking to? Yeah. Which one are you talking to?
If every picture you have is a group picture,
how do you look standing by yourself?
Yeah. Oh, and we'll be original. What is it with women and wings on a wall where they got to stand in front of it and fucking pose?
Listen, that's a white woman's Instagram. All right.
Literally, I mean, don't be basic. Don't be basic. Engage me. Make me.
I don't think there's anything wrong with being basic. I think it's considered basic because it's like it is fun, it's good or whatever. Like, I poke a lot of fun at people for liking pumpkin spice and calling that basic, but like, I understand a lot of people like it. Like, fuck, people call me basic for liking Batman. You know what I'm saying? Because Batman's rated in the top 3 superheroes.
Sure.
So like, it would be considered basic for any comic book fan to say Batman's his favorite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it would. That's a basic opinion. So like, I'm not gonna knock anybody for fucking being basic. If you want to take a picture in front of the thing and make it look like you have angel wings, go for it, honey. If you want a picture holding your goddamn Starbucks cup, go for it, honey.
In pictures with your kids. Don't put that out there. Don't put that out there. Don't.
I am not a fan either.
Don't put. I mean, I'm glad you have kids, and I would be more than happy to meet them someday. Do not put them on your profile.
It's not the hugest red flag to me, but if all your pictures are with your kids, like you pretty willy nilly about it. I get it.
Anymore though, honestly, I'm currently talking to a girl, and she's pretty fucking awesome, and hopefully things go. We are very compatible. But honestly, when her profile first came up, I didn't even look at the picture. I looked at the fucking distance. I got into a conversation with this girl one day, and it like I'm like, this fucking girl is awesome.
How far was the distance?
Indianapolis.
That's not bad.
I'm not going. I'm not going 40 minutes across town for a relationship.
Here's the thing. Here's why that could be a good thing. If you don't want nothing serious, that is perfect.
But what happens if it becomes serious? Because the heart wants what the heart wants.
Well, then you figure it out.
Yeah, and
If it's good enough and it's strong enough, then you figure it out.
I just honestly, I mean, I literally struggle to go across town. I mean, for me, 40 minutes away across the other side of Cincinnati is long distance. You know, unless you're willing to meet halfway or come to my place sometimes. So anymore, man, the first thing I look at is the distance, because I got hung up on this girl, and then it hit me. I'm like, fuck, she's in Indianapolis. I'm not going to drive up there all the time, especially with gas prices the way they are and stuff. I mean, the heart wants what the heart wants, but also, you know, I got to pay the bills.
The
on
wallet
it.
can only afford what the wallet can afford.
Yeah, you know, exactly.
The heart can want it, but the wallet can't afford it.
You know, I love my BMW, but unfortunately, I don't have to. I can't put the cheapest of gas in there.
Sure.
So I'm still right around $5 a gallon.
I'm with you, dude. Like I look at the distance a lot or whatever, and I mean, I don't know, dude. As long as I don't know, man. Like it's so weird. If it's gonna end up being something casual, like the distance is less important to me. And the bigger thing would be if either one of us are willing to move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's also been a deal. Because I've talked to women who've lived in I talked to a woman who lived in California before. And she was 100% okay with the thought of moving. Because she grew up in Cali, whatever. And I'm like, well, I got a house and shit. Like, I can't up and leave.
Right. You've thrown down roots.
Right. So, like, it's going to be difficult for me. And, like, oh, well, I just have an apartment or whatever. I can up and bail fucking in March.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Here comes March. Do you want to move to Kentucky? You know, whatever. Like, that's perfectly fine. Granted, no long distance relationship has ever gotten like that, but
sure,
it's whatever. Like, I would gladly be your friend. I would gladly talk to you nonstop if that's what you want. Like, I'm here for that. But when it comes to actual dating and stuff, I would like something closer, but like, it's not nearly as important. And driving 40 minutes or an hour or two, I give a fuck less.
I don't know, because I mean,
I like being in the car.
I do too, but I'm already driving an hour a day for work. You know?
Sure.
The last thing I want to do on my off day is hop back in a car and schlep somewhere for 30, 40 minutes.
Sure.
Because then you got to schlep back.
All right, I'm going to give my last two red flags, and then we're going to lighten it up just a little bit for a minute before we cut out.
A pulse. Tyler's women have to have a pulse.
Well, yeah, they do have to have that. I'm picky, dude. I'm way too picky.
No heart murmurs in his pulse, ladies.
So one red flag is if all you want to do is travel. All right?
Yeah.
It's cool. I ain't got nothing against it, but it's an automatic no for me because guess what? I got kids. I got responsibilities. I'm sorry. I can't travel. Like, it ain't going to happen.
I would consider it a red flag if that's their only hobby.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Not if they want to travel, but like if like all you do is travel, like it's not a red flag. It's just something I can't do.
I get that. I honestly don't like traveling, so
it has its moment. I like some of it.
I love it.
I dated a girl, and she said you have to be comfortable with traveling, and I wasn't at first, but then I found out why. It was her job.
There's nothing wrong with that.
She was a flight attendant, and so a lot of times she'd be like, do you want to just hop on the plane and fly with us out to here and we'll stay overnight and stuff? Well, yeah, it's part of your job, so absolutely. And if I'm going to fly with you so we can have a date in another city, yeah, that's dope.
Sure.
All right, my last one is if all your bio says is live, laugh, love, I can't
do
it. I'm trying to live, laugh, and love, but it's fucking hard. I hate it here. Okay? That's my last red flag.
Quoting Kara now.
Live,
I don't hate it here. I just kind of
laugh, love.
Hate the world.
Those are usually the bitchiest fucking women, dude. Live, laugh, love. And they make it their fucking mantra. They're going to destroy your fucking life to make sure that they live, they laugh, and they love.
All right, well, let's move it on to lightheartedness. All right.
That was lighthearted. Fuck them Karens.
I want to know a couple funny things that maybe have been said to you recently, like in your dating life. Can you pick out anything that's been funny that is just somebody has said to you and you've like literally chuckled? Because I have a couple here.
Apparently I got to think about this.
No, not really. Now, there's things that the conversation has turned and, like, funny stuff has come out of it. Now, granted, like, a lot of times I was the one being funny. But And, like, there have been instances, like, you know, phone conversations and stuff like that, you know, after we get out of, like, the fucking texting phase or whatever, and we actually get to fucking, like, on the phone and whatnot, you know, funny things happen or whatever. And it's mainly funny to me because, like, they misuse a, fucking, like, God, what's the word? Fucking shit. A saying or something like that. Like, they'll missay or mispronounce something, and I'll find it funny, and that'll be about the extent of it. Nothing's ever been funny. Oh, I had one of the weirdest things that's ever been said to me is like, because she was like an open Satanist or whatever. Not all right, cool beans. Whatever you want to practice, that's fine. Just keep that shit down when we're around my parents, because mom and dad are gonna freak the fuck out. She was like, "How do you feel about drinking goat blood?" I was like, "Out of what?" And she was like, "What do you think?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know. Fucking titties. You know, fucking, are we doing the fucking tit luge? Like, what are we doing here?" Now, granted, she only said that to get my reaction, but
That's good. I like it. All right, so here's a couple of mine. All right, first one is this person's first opening message to me was, and I had never spoken to this person before. Their first message to me was, "You're an hour and a half away. I can make that work." I liked their optimism, and it literally made me chuckle.
sure.
All right. The next one was, "I swear if you stand me up, I will unalive you."
Nice.
Nice. And I laughed way too hard at this one. Like, it was good. I liked it. All right. So another one, we're talking for a couple days, and she gets on my profile, and she's like, "Hey, I just creeped your profile." I was like, "Cool, that's what it's there for." I have a very public profile. Nothing on my Facebook profiles is private. Nothing is.
Right.
I'm not a super duper, I don't want people to see what I say. Like, no, I do this shit because I like people hearing what I say. She's like, "I had to make sure you didn't give off Ted Bundy vibes." I was like, "Well, the only vibes I'm giving off is Al Bundy vibes, so you're welcome."
Fucking dumb.
And that's what everybody should strive for. Give off Al Bundy vibes, not Ted Bundy vibes.
I have a girl right here, and she lives in Milford, and I'm like, "Hey, you're really cute." And she goes, "Yeah, I put the MILF in Milford."
Nice. That's
winner chicken.
I literally, like, I put the MILF in Milford.
And then the next one's probably only funny to me because it's not funny, but it is very funny to me because I've gotten this so many times in life. This is, dude, the lights are crazy in here today.
They're possessed.
But and like I said, I've gotten this so many times in life from so many different ethnicities that I've dated, and it's always, "Well, you're the first white guy I've ever dated."
I've had that.
So, like, it's like I'm a magnet. Like, oh, he's easy mode.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're gonna dip your toes in the white water, then you go to Tyler. I mean, he's easy mode. I don't know what it is.
Tyler a la mode.
Tyler a la mode. But I don't know why. Like, the first couple times I heard it, and then this last time I heard it, it put, like, a lot of pressure on me, though. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, well, I don't want to ruin it for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you meet a lesbian and she's like, "You know what? You're the first dude I've ever dated." It's like, oh, maybe you should have picked someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh.
I don't know. I've been a practice penis for a lesbian before.
That's nice. I had a girl, and she meant to say, "Hey, let's switch." And she misspelled it, and I fucking ran with it. Okay, I'm just going to give you the little bit snippet of it. Of course I text, but I'm not always keen to switch to texting so quickly. Do you just want to send me deck pics? She meant to say dick pics. And I said, if you want to see my deck, I'll have to go build one.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to Lowe's right now. And she said, Dick, please feel free to send me deck pics, right? So fuck it, dude. We exchanged numbers, and I fucking blew it up, dude. I fucking found every fucking deck pic.
Hell
that
yeah.
I could. I sent it to her. I said, "If you look here, I trimmed the shrub so that my deck looks bigger."
I fucking love it. I'm here for it.
And when that's the one I'm talking to now. She's got a great sense of humor.
Good.
All right. Well, this one has been my favorite, and it's the one I'm currently talking to. She asked me how my day was. I was like, "Well, I didn't choke nobody today." She's like, "Good, because your fudge round would probably get destroyed in jail."
Your fudge round?
Yeah.
That's a butthole.
I was like,
"Oh,
what?" She's like, "Yeah, you're a cutie. You get destroyed in jail." It's like, oh, be still, my heart. Be still.
You're a little doughboy.
But yeah, that was my favorite one by far. I think that's all we got today. I do have some shout outs before we go. Shout out to Marty Munch, man. He's helped out with the show a lot. Done shirts for us. Did some editing stuff for us. So shout out to him. Shout out to Haley over at Podcast 27. She's fucking great. Check out her show. She is definitely one of my favorite people that I follow on Twitter. She's a blast. Lovely person. And that's all I got for today. You guys got any shout outs today?
We miss you, Marty. That's it.
I got nothing, brah. Nobody gets shout outs from me. Besides Ric Flair. Woo!
He'll hear the episode, or fucking we'll see him before it airs. But I miss you, Miles.
Yeah.
Oh, Miles.
I love you, Kara.
You know, I'm gonna call him by his European name. We love you, Kilometer.
That's funny.
All right.
Can we just call him Kilo now?
What up, Dr. Kilo?
I thought it was funny.
It's Dr. Sham. Hi.
Miles. It's a shame.
I'm pretty sure he's heard that before.
It's a shame his last name's not long.
That'd
That'd
be
be his porn. Did we ever do porn names on here yet?
Nope, but that's gonna be his.
Miles long.
Because mine, if we did porn names, I think I would be Hugh Gerard.
Huh. I'm gonna have to think about this one. All right, well, that's all we got for today.
Yeah. Okay.
So in the meantime,
In the betweens time.
everybody's a gangster until you fall in a dream. Cue the music. We out.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either.
Look, hold on. Let me explain this. Everybody, look, you can be a motherfucking tough dude, all right? But the moment you have a dream that you're falling, you turn into the biggest pussy. You ain't never woke up like that? Hit the button.